is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
This morning, and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is a sports fact producer. I think Mr. Sawyer is going to be joining us via Zoom this morning, but I'm glad it's a sports Friday. It's definitely a good yawning this morning, Friday, and the guests in studio will explain why in a minute. I got some exciting guests. I'm a little scared because I have a feeling they're going to try to convince me to be a part of their program in the near future. We're going to get to that in a minute. Let me start off quickly with our Sand Dollar Live read. This Friday, that's today, Friday the 30th of June, and Saturday the 1st of July, that's tomorrow, central bank representatives will be giving out sand dollars at SuperValue Winton location. Show your sand dollar enabled digital wallet at the door and receive $20. Spend $18 or more in sand dollars at the register and get $5 back when you leave the store. This offer is limited to the first 100 customers to show us their sand dollar enabled wallet at each location. One top-up per person, so as many people as possible can experience the sand dollar. For more details, visit any of the Sand Dollar social media pages or call 302-9880. And now on to the on-the-clock sand dollar giveaways every day for the next 4 months. Well, today is the last day of June. So next week, I'll be saying for the next 3 months, we'll be giving away sand dollars to digital wallet holders. Every day, 2 winners will receive $30 in sand wallet and answer the trivia questions correctly. When you call in, give the producer your name and number, digital wallet provider, and your digital wallet address to transfer the funds to your digital wallet if you get the right answer. Listeners are restricted to one transfer for the duration of the competition. That means you can only win once. I'm going to throw out the first question of the day. Let's get it started. The numbers to call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. And for our listeners who are in the Bahamas but not in New Providence, a toll-free number, 242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. So here is the first question for the day. The marathon is the longest running event at the Olympics. But what is the longest track running race at the Olympics? The marathon is the longest running event and running race at the Olympics. But what is the longest track running race at the Olympics? Again, the numbers to call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720. Remember to give the producer your wallet provider, your custom name or wallet address when you call in. Okay, just another quick note. For the garbage pickup teams, our sanitation engineers, I've got a note from the residents of Burt's Close, Malcolm Road. The last time you came through, you began preparing to take away the garbage and you pulled out the bins and then you disappeared. It has been a pot cake party in Burt's Close, and the residents beg your favor. Please come and collect the garbage. They say thank you very much for your service, and they can imagine prevent you from completing it including the torrential rain we've been experiencing. But please don't leave them in the lurch. They await your return. Also, Equality Bahamas' CEDAW Speaker Series continues tomorrow at 10 a.m. They will be joined by Constanza Pachulo, Economic and Development Program Manager at IWRAP AP, who will lead a conversation on CEDAW Article 13, that's Economic and Social Benefits. In this session, they'll talk about the interpretation of the article, recommendations made to the Bahamas in 2018, and progress towards compliance with CEDAW. You can register at tiny.cc/CEDAW 13. One quick note before we get in it. Traffic accidents and fatalities. I think everybody is aware of the sharp escalation in traffic accidents and fatalities over the last several weeks. I myself have experienced several near-hit incidents on the road over the last couple of days, and I would like to say a couple of things to you all very quickly. First things first, if you, in the operation of your motor vehicle, almost hit somebody, breach traffic controls and almost cause an accident, or actually do cause an accident, I would beg of you to practice this good sense that God gave you and stop threatening people as if threatening them is going to stop them from following up on the law. A lot of y'all think y'all are gangsters. You are not. A lot of y'all think y'all could beat people in the road. You cannot. A lot of y'all think y'all have enough money to solve any problem you cause. You do not. You have not. You cannot, and you will not. Tragic traffic fatality in Grand Bahama yesterday. Clipped in Cable Beach. The car that overturned in front of Town Center Mall. All this week, you know. The car that overturned in front of Elizabeth Estates Police Station, entrance to the community. All in 1 week, the woman who flew out of Manuelo's parking lot, that's the Hit Spot parking lot yesterday, almost hit a car, carried on like she's going to jump out of the car and do us something. The man in the tire truck on his phone this morning that almost pushed us into the wall because he could cut over if he want to cut over, even if he's on his phone. Just because you have money don't mean you could do what you want. The Bahamas has quickly turned into a country where it's obvious we have more dollars than cents. So don't you turn your head and snare at anybody who figured they could come to the Bahamas and make it make sense. We're not making it make sense. Why can't they? Anyway, we're getting ready to transition into our Sports Friday segment. I'm very, very excited. Joining me today is Mr. Warren Davis and Mr. Roger Williams from the Fox Hill Festival Committee. Now, when they first reached out to me, I thought we were having a Gnep festival in Fox Hill. It's about time. But it turns out we're doing something even more important than the Gnep festival. This August holiday weekend, I think that's our August holiday weekend, the Fox Committee presents to us Trek Across New Providence 2023. And the gentlemen from the committee are in studio today to tell us about the event, tell us what we need to do to get ready to race, and tell us what the prizes are, and more importantly, of everything, tell us why this initiative. The question I have to ask, because the event is themed, one event bridging two communities, why it's so important to bridge these two communities in particular, and what you need from us, the general public, to make this thing a success. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Erin. Good morning, Bahamas. As you say, my name is Roger Williams. I'm one of the organizers of the Trek Across New Providence. With me is Mr. Warren Davis. We have a event that will be, this is the 5th year it would have been going on, but this is only our third running.
Okay.
The reason being, we know the world shut down for 2 years. We have one event that's bridging two communities. To jump right into the crust of it is, we have Fox Hill and we have Gambia. There is a story.
Yes.
We've been searching for this story for a long while. There are people that know the story that wouldn't tell the story. But I want young people to understand that there are two communities and they're very similar. A message was sent. You know and I know it ain't take 7 days to go from one end of the island to the next.
Listen, I did win the lottery one time, and it did take me 7 days to get back home.
That definitely would happen. So we want people to come out and enjoy. We want people to understand that that's your cousin up there. And you got some, what you call them little things, your friends?
Chick-chanis.
Chick-chanis in both communities.
Yes,
We
yes.
want you to see both Chick-chanis. We want you to understand that that's your brother, that's your sister. We came over here together. A message was sent. But I don't believe that it took 7 days to walk from one to the other. But we want people to be aware that we're all similar. We got the message, but we want to celebrate together.
Yeah.
You know, we want to celebrate as one. And so I decided to come up with this run that would say to the people, we're one. We need this nowadays. There's too much going on for us to be separated. So whatever it is that we can do to become together, let's do it. We have 2 events. The first one is a community run, which Mr. Davis will explain to us, and then we'll get back into the trek.
Okay.
Yes.
I scared because
We got you
I
twice.
can't do a half marathon. My insurance already say put that one on the side, but I may be able to do a community run.
Yes.
Mr.
Good
Davis.
morning, Erin. Good morning, Bahamas. Yes, my name is Warren Davis, the chairman of the Fox Hill Festival Committee. And like Roger alluded to, you know, this year we thought to put a twist on the Fox Hill Festival itself. You know, Fox Hill has been around. We're celebrating now 35 years a celebration as an organized committee. So we are a new committee, just came in October. So we decided now to add much more events to the festival. And I called up Roger. I was searching because I was saying I was of the thought it was a torch run, you know, coming from Gambia to Fox Hill.
Yeah.
So I'm searching and I'm saying I'm going to ask the defense force and all those to get involved, you know, because they get good runners over in the police. And so someone said, reach out to Mr. Williams here. He did a run from Gambia to Fox Hill to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
So we got together and we said the race is called Trek from across the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So now we did that. And I said, you know something? Back in the day, I remember they used to do a walk race, a fun run walk, and a run through the community. So now we're having a fun run walk also on the 29th of August.
Okay.
I mean, of July.
Daytime run or nighttime run like the track across New
The
Providence?
track is that night.
Yeah.
Because that track, when you come from the track right into Junkanoo, so this,
Yeah.
evolving, you understand? So from even that evening, we'll have the church out there that evening, and then the track will start about 7 o'clock.
I'm glad I need somebody to pray for me as I try and make
Yes.
that last leg.
You know, we have to be prayed up,
Yes, yes.
so we can be able to make that.
Yeah.
And so that was right after that, then it's Junkanoo and all morning. So like I said, on the 29th of July, because the opening is on the 28th, and on the 29th of July, we will, at 6 o'clock, we will run our fun run walk and road race, starting from the parade, up Bernard Road, west, down Village Road, back the same route. Now,
Oh, okay. I don't like this route at all. Because you cut out all of the fruit trees in Fox. I thought this community run, we was going to run through the community of Fox Hill, and then I could grab a ganap. I hear there's tamarind still on some of the trees in Fox Hill. I could stop by Mom and get a cup of power tea for the rest of my run.
Erin, that really would have taken you 7 days.
But you can do all of that. That same day, we have a pop-up market that same day. So
okay.
right after the fun run, there's a health fair right into the pop-up market. So we having all this you're talking about right that same day.
Y'all will have them prepared for me when I
Yes.
come back from my 5K, 10K. I could do it.
You
My
can do
trek
it.
to the bridge
Yes.
and back.
Yes.
All right. That's awesome.
Yes. So we're planning an exciting time for all that come to Fox Hill. You know, security is in place.
Right.
So we welcome each and everyone to come to Fox Hill, starting from the 28th of July until the 12th of August.
Wow, 28th until the 12th.
Yes.
That's a real festival, multi-days.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. So 29th, 6 a.m., starting at the park, the community run.
Yes.
And we run in up Burnett, down Village, on to Shirley.
No, right to Montague.
Right to Montague, and then
We vote and come right back.
nice. I love it. Get that nice Montague crisp
Fresh.
sea air.
New road.
Yes, as well. New road. Love it. I know our runners are going to love it.
Yes.
Very much. And now to the trek across New Providence. That's August the 6th.
August 6th, Sunday, August 6th, beginning at 7:30. We start at the ramp opposite St. Peter's Baptist Church, and we're going to run along Bay Street to Blake Road.
Right.
We're going to turn onto Blake Road onto JFK onto Tonic Darling Highway, straight across. We're going to pass the road traffic police station on
East-west?
Cross Marathon Road, onto Wolf Road, straight across the Burnett Road, stop at the roundabout in Fox Hill.
Okay, stick right there. I got a couple questions about the route, but I got a caller. Good morning, caller. You are on the clock.
Good morning, Erin. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I just called in to talk to you about your pet. One of your guests. He said he took offense that it took so long for Foxville. Do we know but Juneteenth? It took a state in America over 2 years to know they were free.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think he.
So that's what he said. He said he don't believe that it took that long for people to know they were free in Foxville. But it took 2 years. So he needs to learn history and don't say that, because back in that time you didn't have cars, you didn't have bus. So anywhere, you had to walk them.
Okay, caller.
Straight road.
I appreciate the critique that you lay. There is a need for us to talk more about what happened at that time, right? I want to thank you. Thank you very much for calling. I want to say though that I don't think that that's exactly what my guest was expressing, right? I think he's saying that it didn't quite take 7. It was maybe shorter. And I also consider that they had boats and they would have been able to traverse via the shoreline, right? But I think that's less important, because the churches in Fox Hill community will tell you that it didn't take 7 days at all, and that's not how it happened, and that they, in fact, established the Fox Hill Emancipation Day celebrations 1 week after the general celebrations. But I believe in Chicchanis. I love the magic of legends. I'd like to thank you for calling in caller. Okay, gentlemen, let's get back to this route. Gambier, the ramp opposite St. Peter's Church, Bay Street to Blake Road, to JFK, to Tonic Darling Highway, East-West Highway, Marathon Road, Wolf Road, Burnett Road, to the Fox Hill Roundabout. Will there be stations, will there be spectator spots where I know that I could come out and there maybe be some other people and it's a good spot to stop and watch the runners come by the route?
Yes, we are having 4 water spots on the route.
Okay.
Refreshment spots on the route. And we are inviting everybody that's awake in Nassau during that time, side of the road. If you're driving, honk your horn at us. Pay particular attention to the runners on the route, because safety is important.
Yes.
But we want everybody to support us. We want to show off our runners. We have a lot of good long distance runners in Nassau, and we want them to perform. And it's going to be good because it's going to be cool in the evening.
Yes, yeah, and good for the spectators. Although let's make a note: the refreshments are not for the spectators, right? The refreshments are for the runners.
That's for the runners.
That's
yes.
a note to me, because I love refreshments.
Well, Erin, you can get refreshments as long as you participate.
Where are the spectators? Have you determined where the water stations are going to be?
They are going to be approximately 1.5 mile apart.
Okay, along the route.
Along
so
the
you
route.
just watch until you find one.
Yes.
And find a safe place to park.
Safe place
and
to just stop.
For all drivers on August 6th, understand that on that route from Gambier to Fox Hill Roundabout, there will be runners on the road. This is going to be exciting.
Yes.
Now, another very important question. What about the pot cakes?
They're invited as well.
I don't think they care about your invitation.
It's gonna be there.
They come in.
We're hoping that somebody would give us something to give them, because we welcome them along the route. They are one of our national treasures.
Right. And listen, they're Bahamas Humane Society and BAR to they do that pre-race assessment and they go through, determine what the cake population is in these areas of the route, and then we devise, and maybe we need to feed them to calm them down for the race. Something as simple as that. That is an awesome idea. Yes. I love it. And so this is the third edition, but the race was started 5 years ago. Delayed by the pandemic.
Yes.
But we are back again. Contact information. How do I register? Oh, more importantly, when does the race start? What time do I need to be there to ensure that I'm registered, and the start time?
Registration for the trek will be up until 1 hour before the event.
Yeah.
You can register by contacting myself, Roger Williams, phone number 805-4461. Or email trekacrossnewprovidence@gmail.com, or you can get an application. They will be available at the Fox Hill Community Center.
Absolutely. What's the average race time? How long does it take to complete a half marathon?
The average race time to complete a marathon, I would say, is a half marathon. I would say about 2 hours 45. You can do that in far less time.
Yeah, if I use my mouth and my feet, I could do that.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 2 hours 45. However, this race was designed so that the slowest walker would get into Fox Hill in time to cool down, calm down, and participate in junk canoe.
Junk canoe at the end of the race.
Junk canoe at the end of the race.
Listen, my Bahamians, I know y'all love junk canoe enough to race for it. This is going to be great. And then we fold right back into the larger Fox Hill community activities for Fox Hill Festival.
Yes.
Yes, the ecumenical service will follow it afterwards at 11 o'clock.
Oh, this is lovely. Okay, all right. Gentlemen, give us the contact information before we go. Let people know how can they register, the deadline again, and how they can contact you if they want to support, donate, or sponsor a runner. Oh, and the cost to participate. Because usually you have to pay me to run. But for a good cause, I'll pay you to run.
Well, the community run is, to register is www.tinuyurl.com, foxhillfestivalrun.com, or numbers at 804-8595, or contact me at 422-5799, or there'll be application at the Fox Hill Community Center.
Okay, awesome.
So for the trek across New Providence, we're doing something slightly different. If any persons want to participate in both runs, that will actually qualify them for the cash prize. Once you get the best time in both runs, there is a discount.
Okay.
You can do both runs for...
It's 25.
We're basically charging $60 for both.
45 if you do them individually, but 60 if you do them
If
together.
you do them together.
Okay.
All right. So you can contact myself. That's Roger Williams. Phone number 805-4461. Email trekacrossnewprovidence@gmail.com, or you can get an application at the Fox Hill Community Center. Erin, what I would like to say publicly is thank you very much, because today is actually the first day we're launching our initiative for these events, and your show happens to be the show of choice.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that y'all chose our Sports Friday to launch this. I'm glad y'all chose me, because listen, the Ganeb, the Mango, the Tamarind, is my cousins. I'm from Fox Hill, and I love it there. And I'm glad to be a part of this and to help support in any way that I can. I'm going to get my good foot out the closet, and I can start training right away. So we'll be talking about, guys, the Fox Hill Festival Committee presents the Trek Across New Providence 2023. That's the night half marathon on Sunday, the 6th of August. And they are presenting you the community run on the 29th of July, right, leading into at the beginning of the festival, and it's going to be fantastic. Again, you can reach out to, just repeat the cell phone numbers again.
Warren Davis at 422-5799.
Yes.
That is Roger Williams, 805-4461.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I've got to go to a break. I've got to get back to my on-the-clock trivia giveaways, and then Audience, we have seeing us on the second half of the show when we get back from the break. I know they're not prepared for this, but I'm telling them we need some songs for the Bahama Games and see what the Nassau Music Society can do. Thank you for tuning in to On the Clock with Erin Greene. We're going to a break and we will be right back. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Thank you, Fox Hill community, for giving us another wholesome, healthy activity to participate in. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Bahamas Games? What was the purpose of the games?
The purpose is twofold. One, to bring Bahamians from throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas together through sports. And the second, to find talented athletes throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to be trained and possibly make it to the Olympic level.
When the games is?
This July 7th to the 15th.
For more info, call 322-1029.
It's that time again! Sign up now for the Michael Scooter Red Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic, taking place July 24 to the 30th at the Hope Center and the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Call 601-4842 for more information. Powered by the Bryce Newbold Foundation. It's game time!
Beulah gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood.
We now large and in charge, so we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too? But we could be in deep trouble if they find out.
We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami.
So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles.
Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal.
So what we waiting on? What's the number?
If you see something, say something. Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
On the road to 50 years of independence, cross the finish line in an electric ride. Easy Car Sales invites you to take back your independence and free yourself from expensive gas and repairs. Own the road in an all-powerful, all-clean, and all-electric vehicle from Easy Car Sales. Dump the pump and power up at home as easy as you charge your phone. You'll find many models to suit your lifestyle and your budget. Visit Easy24 Car.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
My Bahamas! Let's go! Look at the Bahamas, tell me what you see. A beautiful sunshine sparkling in the sea. A country blessed through all its history. We pause to celebrate our golden jubilee. A nation built on hospitality. Our culture, our people, one legacy. Bahamas, oh Bahamas. Bahamas, oh my Bahamas. Bahamas, oh Bahamas. Bahamas, oh my Bahamas. I went to one just yesterday. The crowd came rushing like a spade. It's so my beaches far too sweet. The swimming pigs like meat and green. The pump them down in our.
Good morning and welcome back to On the Clock with Erin Greene. And I want to apologize. I think I may have missed Mr. Eric Sawyer. He has been unable to come into studio today. I know he is busy at work. He was going to give us his sports story of the week. I'm going to throw one out there. I got to say this. Why did nobody, Devin Booker, were in town? You know what I'm talking about to my young guests. You could say good morning.
Good morning, guys.
This time I was begging The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, to come visit us down here in the Bahamas, come hail up a Catherine Academy, and my niece, Anu. But Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in country, and I talk about them so bad when I say bad, I offered rigorous and heavy critical interrogation of their basketball skills during the 2022-2023 season. But I would say thank you to them because they have been at the Elite Skills basketball camp this week, helping young people build their sports and personal developmental skills. But joining me in studio right now are representatives from the Nassau Music Society, and we're here to talk about the 55th concert season. And I've got some superstars in the room with me. I'm going to ask my guests to introduce themselves and then briefly tell us what is the Nassau Music Society.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Hello and good morning, everyone. I am Biangelo Cartwright, and I am the Educational Outreach Coordinator for the Nassau Music Society.
Good afternoon. My name is Withmaya Al-Seed, and I am one of the competitors who partaked in the Nassau Music Society competition.
Okay, absolutely. And so, the Nassau Music Society, me and my boys used to sit on the side of the road and play the radio and listen to the hottest tunes every night. And when the neighbors came by, we'd be like, no, this is a formal organization. We are the Music Society. What is the Nassau Music Society?
Well, I'd like to take it back first. The Nassau Music Society was created in 1968 by one of the forefathers of music in the Bahamas. It slipped my mind.
My neighbor, Mr. Clement Bethel?
That's it. Thank you, Clement Bethel.
You got a name drop, see?
Yeah, a little bit of nerves. But yeah, he started the Nassau Music Society. And the original intentions of the Nassau Music Society was to help promote Bahamian artists, local Bahamian artists, and support them in whichever way we could. Mostly by providing them with a platform through different concerts held annually throughout the year. And like I said, seeing as how we started in 1968, we have just finished our 55th concert season. We had a lot of international as well as national artists who came out and performed. As an example, we had the Yale Piano Trio, which featured a young pianist, clarinetist, and a violinist. We also had a Bahamian showcase featuring multiple Bahamian artists. Like as an example, we also had the University of the Bahamas Concert Band, Conky Group.
Hold on, pause.
Going too far.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The University of the Bahamas.
Their concert ensemble.
Okay, so what's a concert ensemble?
Okay, so a concert ensemble is just, I guess it's just a fancy way of saying a musical group.
Okay, does it include a hype man?
No.
Okay, what type of instruments would a concert ensemble play?
Okay, so there were two concert ensembles. The first one was a concert band, where you would see a lot of the band or marching band instruments that we have inside the Bahamas. So you'd see a lot of trumpet players, trombones, flute, woodwind instruments, brass instruments, and drummers.
Okay.
And the second aspect of the ensemble were the voices. So we had a choir, UB's concert choir performing also.
Okay.
An excellent choir, I'd like to add.
Yes. And then the second one you said on the list.
You mean the Conky band who participated?
Pause. Say it again. The Conky band?
Conky band.
She would make a very good hype man, I feel like, if they were to have one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she would be a very good hype man.
Yeah, me and Flavor Flav, we was right up there, the top 1 and 2.
Flavor Flav.
Hype man. Okay, so you don't know who Flavor. You know who Flavor Flav is, young sir? That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't watch nothing. You have your time. Okay, so the Conky Conk band?
Yeah. So the Conky Band is an initiative started by Chris Justilian. He's a university professor at the University of the Bahamas.
And he's Colors Junkanoo, right?
Yeah, part of the Colors Junkanoo group. He spearheads it. And what he did, he came up with the concept of trying to create an entire ensemble featuring mostly the conch. So the actual
the conch shell, yes. Now, only the queen conch shell, or do they use various different conch shells to create different sounds?
Yeah, various conch shells. They have multiple conch shells that they use. I mean, I can't quite describe them, but from the way they play it, you can tell there's some variety in there.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I've been able to capture 2 clips. So you could find the Conky Band on YouTube. If you could search one up for me, where they have performed. But I'm waiting in Independent Secretariat Committee.
I think I took up couple videos when they performed.
Right.
They sound amazing.
Yeah, I think it's your videos I watch online. I'd like to thank you for
Never actually know that you could actually make sounds with, conch.
with the
That was
conch
the first
shell.
time I ever seen that in real life.
Well, listen, let me give you a little small history lesson, right?
Yeah.
That's how we people in these islands communicated. It's something that we may have learned from the indigenous people we met here, or the traces of their culture that they left behind, or it's something that we may have brought with us from the west coast of Africa, because many of us, of our ancestors, lived in the coastal parts of our states. I love it. And then if you go to if you ever been to the King and the Queen of the Conch Festival, they have a conch horn blowing competition. I want to say good morning to Yellow Rastaman Kalma from Montague Ramp. I mean, he is my reigning champion in the conch horn blowing. But conch horn blowing, and then the fish callers.
Oh, that's new to me.
So
Fish callers.
you had the choir and you have the a cappella section, right? But then you have the people who would go through the community to sell things, or on the ramp, on the dock, and the grouper, snapper, right? And they change the tone and the intonation, so you know, right at the end of the day.
That's pure talent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's us.
Yeah.
That's us. And so now you, sir, are a champion. Tell us what your latest success is.
My latest success is probably being on this on this radio station right now. So I'm really grateful for participating in the Nassau Music Society drum competition. I was kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous, especially in the finalist round.
Yeah.
And I really started to doubt myself because I wasn't satisfied with the results that I gave.
Yeah.
I gave personally, so.
That's the sign of an artist, right? That you accept other people's critique, but you focus on your own critique of your work.
Yes,
that's most important. So what piece did you play? What did you perform in the competition, and what was the winning piece?
I performed. It was a band. I forgot the name. I think Mr. Cartwright gave me the name. I forgot it. It was a Japanese band. That's what song I performed. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so for the competition, it was basically 2 rounds. The first round, we had many different young Bahamian drummers who submitted their videos. And from that, we had 3 different professional drummers who gave their input. They were the judges for it. The first one was Frederick Seymour. We also had, I think you know Neil Simonet, maybe know him, excellent drummer over here. And then we also had Doug Walter, Professor Doug Walter from the University of Colorado. And what they did was that they selected the top 4 drummers from the first batch.
Right.
And he made it through,
Okay.
which is great. The song that he did, if I remember right, was a song by Beyonce. Yeah, it was a song by Beyonce. It was a popular song. I think
it was
Cu-
Falling in Love.
Okay.
Cuff It.
Cuff It, yeah.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
it was Cuff It. And then for the second round,
I really like that.
they
It's very
I really
upbeat.
like
I mean,
that.
it's energy pumping.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's like, it gets you in the groove.
Yeah.
Especially when you play along to it.
Okay, absolutely. You got to play music that inspires you to perform.
Yeah, and what made this competition different, a lot of people, when they hear about drum competition or drum on the whole, they'd picture just a drummer beating to a song and actually hear a conventional drum beat. But then I think for the finalists, especially this one, especially with Mel here, what they had to do was take a song. What they did was that they took a song and added their own flavor to it. So the last song that he did, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a rock song. It's quite different. I know rock music isn't popular here, but then what he did, if I remember right, he took
Pause. Rock music is very popular here.
It
Okay,
is?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Good to know that. I didn't know. Sorry, but what he did was that he took a rock song, a popular rock song, and not only did he play the original beat behind it, but then he also added several drum rudiments in it also. So I don't know if you want to talk about some of the rudiments you played in it.
But let's pause for a second. Let me
Okay.
take this call and let me cut my eye because nobody brought the track to the studio for us to play. Good morning, caller. You are on the clock.
A pleasant good morning, Miss Greene.
Good morning, Sparky. How are you doing?
You know, I always come back with a little old history.
Yes, sir.
Got a new one for you. Someone you were talking about that fellas used to come through the corner, the fish man and thing.
Yeah, fish callers.
No, man, we just used to call him the fish man in our time.
Yeah.
That they used to come through, they had like a wheelbarrow,
Yeah.
homemade, out of wood, out of like a box. Inside there, they would have the fish inside. There was a little hatch on the top. I took the costume to Bay Street one time.
Mm-hmm.
The costume cost me $200 and something to bake. The costume and the little wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And the name of the costume was the Fish Man.
Yeah.
People to this day still telling me, Sparky, when you go bring that back on Bay? It cost me $200, like I said, to make. And I won $1,750.
You's a winner.
And you know, I don't normally rush with the Valley or the Pigs.
Yeah.
This time I said I got an individual.
Nice.
And then the next time I came back with a bigger costume, sponsored by Botanical, called Mama Washer. I built the scene with your ma in the backyard.
Yeah.
With the two washing tubs, one to rinse and one to wash and one to rinse.
Yeah.
I had this whole thing on one big piece of plywood. The little children pictures around and dogs and stuff in the yard.
Nice.
I won with that too, Mama Washing.
Nice.
The theme of that was Mama Washing sent me to school. In other words, my mother was a washwoman, and her paycheck sent me and my family to school. Mama Washing sent us to school.
Sparky, I want to thank
And then look at this last thing I could tell you. We had another thing used to happen. We used to go around with a little shoe box that we used to make home. And we used to go around to shine people's shoes. And then we used to go through the corner. We used to say, "She clean. She clean."
Okay.
And you used to hear us coming through the corner.
Yeah.
We used to go, people like on Saturdays, they'd put their shoes out on the porch for us to wash them, shine. We think, put some in church for collection.
Yeah.
And put some in, you give it to your mommy. Your mommy open up a little bank account to the post office. The word was she clean. Shoe clean.
Okay.
She clean. She clean. Ask them old people about that.
I will do, Sparky. I will do. Thank you. Man, listen, you see the way that music was a part of our communities and our communal living, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, that's how you knew when the things was coming to buy. The people had to make a sound, right? And now our communities have shifted so much. You're drumming. Do you have to go to a studio? Did your parents insulate a room in your house to make it soundproof? Do your neighbors bug you sometimes about making too much noise?
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I didn't went to any studio at all.
Yeah.
At all. I actually had to go to my church and
Yeah.
actually record the songs that I was going to release, and
Yeah.
I had to go to my church about like 3 times and practice the song that we decided on, performing. And boy, it was really hard and kind of nerve wracking at the same time, because like when the final date is approaching, and the day before you have to release the videos.
Yeah.
You in your mind, you saying,
I don't know if I'm ready, if this good enough.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It is very nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, I still pulled through, and I just want to thank God for that.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Did the church make you perform in church for the use of the drums? Did the church say, listen, we're going to let you use these drums, but we're going to need your help. We're going to need you to help us make a joyous noise every Sunday?
Not really, but they was happy, and they actually helped me put the.
You want to call the church's name and give them a shout out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to call a pastor. I don't know how you get them on the phone.
Oh no, I mean not call him. He may be busy, but
their
just call the name of the church and the pastor's name. You could say thank you.
I just wanna give a big shout out to Pastor Alliance Basil, United Alliance Church on Watland Street, off Accordo Avenue.
Because it takes a community, right? And we thank those in the community who step up and say, hey, this is something I could help with.
And I want to thank my mom a lot.
There you go. Oh, please. In fact, let me do the drum roll.
She used to, when I used to come from school, and she used to be like, see the church key, make sure, you do what you have to do and focus on what you got to do, and everything will be all right. And make sure you pray to God and ask God for help, ask God to help you get through the tough times and, nerve-wracking times like this.
That is the best person to have on your team. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you very, very much.
One supporter.
Absolutely. Okay, now, producer, if you have one of those songs, I want to introduce this young man to Little Peanuts Taylor, Little Chippy Chipman, and then I got to ask you the question. You ever made your own rake and scrape band?
My own rake and scrape band? Yes. I didn't make it though. I had a teacher, Natty, Mr. Adams. I don't know if you know him.
I think so. Yeah.
And I used to go to Stephen Dilley Primary School, and we formed this band because we was in the middle of the Corona times.
Yeah.
And when we returned back to school, things was kind of all over the place. So a rake and straight band, and every time a school would have an event, we went to spelling bee competitions and we performed there, and etc.
All right. Producer, whenever you're ready, you let me know. Listen to the drums on this. It's like your Bahamian carrying on bad. But yeah, it is that fast tempo, right? Just know that it's yours. This belongs to your culture.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Boy, that looks good.
There we go. Here's the drum. This is your part here. This is Peanuts Taylor, renowned Bahamian drummer.
A legend.
He's still living.
No, Mr. Taylor has passed away. There was a cultural review last honoring him.
Sounds with just one drum?
Listen, not just that. He was on the show. This is a really popular show. I can't remember the name. The producer could tell me the name, I'm sure. And he was invited. It's like a game show, right? Mm-hmm. And he played Mary Had a Little Lamb, but he played the melody on the drums. And at that time, the world erupted. They were like, I can't, just like you said, he playing all of that with the same drum. And that's exactly what he did. And he took the world by storm. And the whole world knew who Peanuts Taylor was. Producer? Yeah? And I thought he was coming to give me some information because he's a music master. But Peanuts Taylor took the world by storm. Chippy Chipman, these are some of our premier drummers. Producer Count Bernardino is a drummer? Steel pan drum, Count Bernardino. So drumming is in your culture.
That's our culture.
I always wanted to play on a steel pan. It attracts me a bit because all the different sounds you could get off of just iron or steel.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Let me take this call for a second. Good morning, caller. You are on the clock. Good morning, caller. I am sorry I missed you. We are almost all out of time. To my texters here, I see your text. Yes, walkers will be allowed for the trek. Just don't take too long to walk the half marathon. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to, before we go, I want to
Yeah.
give a special shout out to our sponsor, Kalina, because if it wasn't for Kalina, we wouldn't have been able to host these annual concerts and our competitions that we have. Because of Kalina, we were able to get him the drum set that he wanted. Yeah.
And I also want to thank Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia, she helped me with a lot of this too, and I just want to thank God for her and her giving me this opportunity to be on this radio station right now.
Okay, have you, man?
And I want to thank you too for accepting us.
You're welcome, but you have to thank me because we are now officially competitors. You see, I am a former member of the Justice Gardens Baintown Symphonics, right? And we used to perform on Cable Bahamas at the Dundas. And we used to sing a song written by Valine Roll called Conkin Mango Don't Grow on the Same Tree. So we are now officially competitors. And whenever I see you in the road, I'm going to say challenge. And you better play something for me. And I can play something for you.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Repeat your name again so the Bahamian audience will know who the winner of the drum competition for the 55th Nassau Music Society season is.
With Mayal Alcid, but you all could just call me Mayal for short.
With Mayel Alcid. It's a pleasure to meet you. It is a pleasure to know you. Mr. Cartwright, thank you so much for coming and bringing this young phenom, this talented young Bahamian to studio for me this morning. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, and thank you for hosting us.
If ever I'm going to cut my Sports Friday short, it's to celebrate young people, and this is fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, dear young people, you all start working on your rake and scrape band. All you need is a tin tub, a 5-gallon water bottle, and if you got a piece of wood, 3 nails, and some fishing line, and a empty soda can, you got yourself a guitar and a rake and scrape band.
Yeah, just rocks and sand in a bottle, and you don't get your scrape up.
There you go. Just see what I'm saying. The young people will bring it for us. You guys have a wonderful day. Mr. Eric Sawyer III, I'm sorry I didn't connect with you this morning. It's great to hear from you, though. And Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Newry is up next. Have a wonderful, Gannett-filled weekend, Bahamas.